I've been in the bando with the chick. My Jimmy Choo Sando, cause I'm rich. So you had the pleasure to work with Lil Baby. Did you something like that? You interviewed him or something like that?
We weren't like, I wasn't working like with him. He like came to the station and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. You was able to ask him some questions.
Right.
Yeah, I thought y'all probably had the you know when he came out with the song. It's bigger than black and white. I thought you had something to do with that. No, my imagination took me there. I was like, okay.
I wish. Honestly, it's crazy because the other day I had a feeling that I was gonna be working with him soon. I don't know where that feeling came from because he grew up off of People Street and I grew up off of Fletcher Street, which is by way of Metropolitan, but in proximity, they're like fairly close to each other. And so now I live closer to the street that he's from. And I just kept having that feeling like soon, very, very soon, he and I, or him and I, whatever the grammar is, are gonna be working together doing something regarding giving back or educating the community or facilitating, and he's sponsoring, or there's going to be something. And I don't know what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be something big.
But it's crazy that you just asked me that because I've never said it out loud. I just had the feeling in my head. And now we're talking about it. So I'm like, wow, that it has to happen now that we're talking about it.
Yeah. You know, we got that Leo energy. That Leo energy. We got that Leo energy. I heard another interview you was speaking about. You was making a point, and I don't remember verbatim, but you were saying something like it's kind of hard for you when you got like all these different kind of rappers out of Atlanta, different type of influence, probably rapping about some certain things, and you're over here talking about positive stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Go more into depth about that. That was a good point. I liked that point right there. I said, okay, I like where she at with that.
I was saying, it's just difficult to get a point across in an entertainment-driven city. Yeah,
especially like that. Yeah.
And so when you have people that come here and their dream is to be musicians and to be rappers and to be on the radio, no one's gonna listen to the family that lost their loved one. Because if you got the family on this side of the street crying, saying, help us speak about this, but you got the newest rapper on this street just posted up. They're not even doing, they're not singing, they're not doing nothing. They're just posted up. And you get word that they just posted up outside. Everybody is gonna be over here.
Over there, yeah.
Like 100%, everybody's gonna be over here. They may look and be like, oh dang, I hope they okay, I'm gonna pray for them. That was the prayer. And then they go over back to whatever artist is doing whatever they're doing. And so I think maybe that's why I was put into radio, to see that world. So I wasn't put there to stay. I was literally put there for a moment to see how radio works, how it is being in this life. And then also trying to be the link between
the two.
So being the link between being cool and being conscious.
So that's what we talked about.
So the radio is cool, but then giving back to your community and providing a legitimate legacy for them to leave is the conscious part of it, and making it all work simultaneously. So
I understand that.
I feel like that's what I am working on, trying to have that balance.
Yeah, having that balance. We don't, Rich, remember, we don't try over here.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we having that balance.
Having that balance. And it was very hard to balance last year because I was at a protest like every single day. Like,
you was working once.
I was like outside every single day, all day, feet hurting, head hurting, speaking, like, and then I was like, okay, Qri, we get it. Like,
you got to keep that same energy though. Like, how do you keep that same energy when stuff is not happening back to back to back? Like last year, it was just like a train effect. So when it kind of like slow down, like as a Black activist, like what topics do you pick to cover to keep it relevant to the, to the people?
That's why I started talking about the root of the problem, because it's easy to talk about so many problems because there's so many.
So many of them, yeah.
We can talk about the deficit of education, health deficit, financial deficit, housing deficit, food deficit, food deserts. We can talk about all the problems, but the root of it is media. Because media changes how people think. Media changes how people view themselves, how people view their communities. So if we start tackling the media that is controlling the story, that is controlling what we digest on a daily basis, then we can start getting better funding for school. Then we can start getting adequate grocery stores in the hood. Then, only then, when we start getting a Black-owned company to actually speak about Black problems in the society, that'll solve all the other problems.
Yeah.
Now, it won't solve them overnight,
Yeah.
but it will definitely solve them, or start working towards it, or it'll start creating adequate conversations. Because right now we just talking about surface level. Oh, Cardi B is pregnant. Oh, Lil Baby did this. Oh, Kanye West did. Now we're talking about that. But what substance does that provide for our communities?
None.
And so that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Look, y'all, we can't keep listening to these radio stations that aren't helping us. They give us a free gas card, but why do we need the money in the first place? Like, why are we broke in the first place? Like,
so sister, let's touch something. Do you think, like, you doing that, would that blackball you in the industry or the entertainment world, knowing the fact that you were like one of them and you're not one of them anymore? You kind of conscious and you want to do something for the positive and do something for the, just do something better than just putting out negativity like that. Like, would that blackball you going forward, like whenever you want to do any type of business in the entertainment world?
I definitely considered that. I considered it, and that's why it took me so long to say something, because I'm like, oh, child, Qri, you still young, like, But then I thought about it, and I'm like, I'd rather die quick than die slow. And I was sitting around so many people that had, I felt, died slowly. Because you've been in the same position for X amount of years. Like, you're not moving. It's just the same. And you're waiting for someone to hand you another opportunity, and you're not making an opportunity. Like, you're not making any sacrifice. And once I start putting trust in God and not trust in man, I was like, you know what? If I get blackballed, that's what was meant to happen. I wasn't supposed to be on your platform anyway. If you don't appreciate what I bring to the table, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to just be a moment. And I feel like within entertainment, everything is a moment. Everything is a moment. And after that moment ends, we got to create the next moment. We got to create the next moment. But no one is creating memories. No one is creating long-lasting effects.
We are doing it right now.
Right now we're doing it.
We're doing it right now. This is some real shit.
But I'm saying, it's like, I just don't want to be a moment. I just don't. And so if I have to come on your platform and be a moment, I guess this is not for me. And I thought about that. Qri, you want to get blackballed? And my mom was like, Qri, like, you know, I don't want you to get to a point in life where you can't cross any bridges because you burned them all. And I'm like, there's no bridges.
You're not really burning no bridges. You burning the white man bridges.
Yeah, I'm like, but that's what I'm telling. I said, Ma, when you think about it in retrospect, what bridges were there? There were no bridges for me to cross.
They was already burned.
Like, the bridges were already burned. So it's not up to me to think, oh, who's not gonna like me? Who's not gonna like me? White people don't think like that. They think with confidence and audacity. They do what they gotta do because they understand.
You know what, man? I have my Kanye West energy when it comes to the white and black situation. Like, I don't feel like we gotta do all this stuff to get their respect. They need to be trying to get our respect. I feel like people like Gay and me and you both was at the listening party, and we seen how he had this big old influence, brought all the people outside.
That was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
imagine if Ye was to open up his mouth about police brutality. I haven't heard Ye say nothing about it. You know, and I'm not saying, oh, you got to, but come on. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the problem with black people. We get in position, and I'm not disrespecting none of the greats, but we get in position and some of the little stuff is not even a problem to us no more, because we in the higher position. We don't even look at that. We too up to look at that. And I feel like, you know, we have to have somebody, even if it got to be me, to get up in higher position, trillionaire position, and fix what's going on the lower level. And people like ourselves, we're going in that direction to do that. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like a lot of people should use their influence
to
the right
be
way.
influential.
Influential.
And that's what I keep saying that. Like, Atlanta is full of influencers, but no one is being influential. And I don't want to say no one, because there are the micro influencers. So I would consider myself like a micro influencer. But the macro influencers, it's like, look, y'all, I would like to do it by myself because it's a heavy load to carry. I understand. Like, it's extremely heavy. But I legit can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how strong I think I am, I can't do it by myself.
Yeah, I feel that. Why didn't you go to HBCU? I feel like if you would have went to HBCU, you would have had more of a stronger women foundation to back up what you're doing. Do you think so? Or that's just me thinking just too.
I did not want to go to a HBCU because I wanted to be well versed. I went to a mixed middle school. I went to a mixed high school. I didn't want to go to an all black. I lived in an all black neighborhood. I knew what it was like to be with all black people. I didn't feel like I needed that or wanted that. Like, it just wasn't for me. And I had friends at HBCU, so I would go to the HBCU. So it's like I had the background, and then I pledged Delta, so I had some black, some black stuff going on.
You're Delta.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations.
Thank you. But
I also AKA like, Delta, you the blue. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's crimson.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
So it's like the red ones.
The red ones, okay.
Red and white. You're like, I still don't know.
The guys be doing the little shimmy shit, the little shit like that, right? That's what
those are Kappas.
Okay, I don't know. Y'all gotta put me up on game. I'm all off. Like, I don't know about that life.
Those are Kappas. And that's a fraternity. So I'm in a sorority. And so I pledged Delta. Delta Sigma Theta.
Don't you? What's this right here?
I only know mine.
Okay.
I only know mine. Okay, like, it's not my place to know other people, but they got going on. Okay.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
You like, what's this? What?
I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm sorry. Look, don't come after Rich. I don't know. I'm just a journalist asking questions. I'm so sorry. Look.
No.
No, that's funny though. So what's next for you, man? We in 2021. What's next?
I definitely feel like I am going to start teaching people how to have balance. So pretty soon actually now we've started recording a podcast, and it's called Cool and Conscious. And it'll be streaming everywhere. But it's just teaching people how to be okay with being yourself. Yeah, you could wear Huaraches and Jordans, and you could sit courtside, and you could go see Kanye. You can do all these fun things and still go home and study about the newest stocks that are coming out. You can still go and invest in property. You can still go and speak up if something happens to you. Like, you can be vulnerable and hard at the same time. Like, I want to teach people that balance and teach people that everyone has a superpower. It's about you just finding it. And it's about you believing in yourself enough to know, like, you know what? It's okay if I stand by myself. I'll be okay. Because I honestly, I was tripping. That's why it took me so long. Because I'm like, dang, I'm going to give up all of this. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, what do I really have? Like, working here has not helped me get a house. It has not helped me get a car. Because I had all of that before I started working here. What has it helped me get? It's not affording me the financial stability to even invest. Like, it was, I'm like, what am I getting besides backstage access?
I'm glad you opened up your mind and you got out that trap.
And that's why I'm just like, no, I really, really want people to see, look, like you said, we don't need them. They need us. And until we start realizing the power that we have, it's Sunday. I'm starting to really think that Black people, they don't believe in God. And this is just a theory I've been having because you can't.
I think lately though, like in the last 5 years, it's been kind of shaky.
But you have Black people that are super religious or spiritual, whatever the word you want to call it. But in my mind, it's like, how can you believe in God and say, oh, I have black girl magic, I have black boy joy, and oh, we're the chosen people. But you walk around and you allow yourself to be subjected to poverty, and you allow yourself to be subjected to racism and discrimination and being underpaid and undervalued and spit on, and you cannot believe in God and know that there's a higher power and you're the chosen one, yet you still sit idle and don't speak up for yourself. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Like, it's a contradiction in itself. Oh, I'm going to go to church and be so grateful that God placed me here, but then I'm going to go back to the hood. What? I'm going to live in a food desert. There's no food here. I don't have no money. I'm depending on food stamps every month and welfare and Social Security. You are the chosen people. Why are you living this minuscule peasant ass life? That's not what God put you here for. God put you here to live abundantly in prosperity, and we're walking around killing each other, thinking simple-minded. What the hell?
It's crazy.
There's no way.
It's crazy. It is. Man, listen.
That's look, you like, see, this too much. This too much.
That's a part 2. Because I got a whole rant about that. That's a part 2. Because, man, that's just, I'm going to come talk to y'all about that on the Conscious and what show?
Cool and Conscious.
Cool and Conscious. I might come and talk about that.
Cool is with a Q, though.
Okay. Cool, all right, yeah.
Cool is spelled with a Q.
Okay.
Cool and Conscious.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come through. We gotta talk about that.
Yes, I would love to have you. I would love to have you.
That's crazy. But thank you. I'm not gonna hold you up. You came here, you gave us good energy.
This was so good.
You got Leo vibes. Yes. My birthday August 17th, her birthday August 18th. So yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. So you know, like I always say, man, we always working, we always grinding, more interviews to come, and we out.
Bye.